Hi, it's Andrea Foulkes. It's coming up for Mother's Day, and I'm just having a bit of a Facebook sabbatical at the moment. And those of you who know me know I'm about past life regression, inner child therapy, ancestral timeline healing. I'm about empowering you back to yourself, and I've been doing this work for 17 years. And for the first time in 17 years, I was thinking about, what does Mother's Day mean? Obviously, we all think about the mother outside of ourselves. We give flowers to her. We expect, if we're a mother ourselves, we expect children to acknowledge us with a card or flowers or take us out for the day or something. Okay, and I thought about, what is that? It's about constantly seeking recognition outside of yourselves. You've either got to be recognized by somebody outside of yourself, i.e. a child figure, or you've got to recognize a mother figure outside of yourself. You have to acknowledge and recognize her. And on one level, sometimes your mothers are not in physical incarnation. Maybe like me, you don't have a physical child as such, but even if you do have a physical mother outside of you, even if you do have children outside of you, those relationships can be fractured, they can be tense, it might feel false or inauthentic to give or even to receive from those people right now. And why is that? That's the question. Why is it? Well, you know, if we look at the bigger picture of everything that's been manipulated and gone wrong on this planet, and it has, you know, we're in a very fractured society that's healing ourselves now. We're in the process of healing ourselves, and part of that process, you know, is we call the earth, you know, many of us in the spiritual community, we call earth Gaia, we call it Mother Earth, we call the earth the mother. Again, it's something outside of you. It's always about what's outside of you. And a huge amount of the work that I do is healing our mother issues from previous timelines. We call them past lives, but energetically they're coexisting timelines. So there's a version of you in another timeline, maybe in conflict with a mother version of you, or in conflict with someone who was a mother to you in that timeline. On top of that, we have the inner child aspect. We have the ancestral mothering, the grandmother mothering. Was that imbalance? Was that loving? Is there an issue with the grandmother lineage? Of course, it's about mothers. It's not so much about fathers, but we can't really think about mothers without fathers. So then I looked into that as well. But right now, I'm just going to focus on the mother energy. So what I realised in my ponderings while I'm on the Facebook vacation, because it's giving me time to be more in my own thoughts, you need to heal and honour the mother inside of you, the one that really can always show up for you, can always nurture you, can always be there for you, because physical people outside of you will maybe do their best, but they'll constantly let you down, not meaning to, but that's where our pain and unhappiness comes from, because we're constantly seeking to either make somebody else happy if we're portraying that mother image, or we're trying to have somebody else be that mother image for us, who's a wounded individual. You know, because society is wounded, people are doing the best that they can, but it's still not going to be good enough. And it's not going to be good enough for you necessarily, because you need to mother and love the self-love. And self-love is about mothering yourself. You know, we're taught, oh, we have to be service to the bigger picture, service to the collective, and that comes eventually. But you can't do service to the collective, service to humanity, until there is some healing and service to self, self-love, self-worth. And the mother energy has been really broken, abused, and so you have to heal the inner mother inside of you, whether that comes from the past lives, it comes from healing the wounded inner child inside of yourself, okay, because she can't really show up as an adult, as a mother to your children or people who are portrayed around you as the children, whether you work with children, whether you are the mother, whether you're just this mother energy, until you really nurture and heal the inner child in you and you become her mother. You show up for her or him. You know, this works for men as well. And even with the women I know who are mothers now, and these are women who work, they're successful in what they do, they actually, I keep seeing this repeated pattern, and so many of these women are saying things about their partner, their husband, or whoever they're with. They're saying, oh, I couldn't tell him that. I couldn't tell him. He'd think I was stupid. He'd laugh at me. He wouldn't believe me. Wow. And I'm like, wow, how can you be in a relationship with someone, maybe have children with someone, and yet your primary partner, you can't even tell the truth to, because they wouldn't believe you, they would laugh at you, they'd ridicule at you, they wouldn't honor your choice, you know, whether it's something you're going to do or something that's happened to you, and they won't believe you. And this is all coming from the wounded inner self, the wounded mother within. The mother within has to be healed, because until she's healed, you can't really show up for everyone else, can't find your voice. You know, you have to find your voice in the world. So I thought Mother's Day this year is really about sending flowers to yourself, if you want to do it in the physical realm. Or is it money better spent going inside yourself, doing emotional inner journey work, whether it was myself or somebody else, doing that deep inner emotional journey work to find out where the wounded mother or the wounded inner child is within you that needs healing. And the same in your ancestral lineage. You know, what has happened to the mother, the grandmother, the great-grandmother? You know, that lineage maybe needs healing. Maybe those women weren't honoured, they weren't listened to, they were ridiculed. So we have to heal all those lineages, and this is the time now. You know, you can project outward, oh, we're ascending, the downloads are coming in, it's amazing. And I see this a lot with the Wounded Light Worker community, and nobody's doing the deep, emotional, really, really deep inner work on themselves. You know, we have a society full of paedophiles. You know, where was the mother in all that? Where was the Divine Father in all that? It's not completely the mother's fault, but why is this happening? Why is this possible? You know, we can go back to those lineages, and we can be unhappy with what we're seeing outside of ourselves. We can be, you know, campaigning in the streets if you want to, but at the end of the day, you have to heal your inner self. You have to come into balance in healing that ancestral lineage of the mother inside yourself. You have to heal the wounded inner child who maybe wasn't mothered in the way she or he needed to be mothered in this lifetime, because the ancestral lineage was damaged, because society is broken and fractured. But society is coming into healing now, and this is why we can do this work. We can go inside ourselves, we can go to workshops, we can seek one-to-one sessions, we can do meditations to heal that wounding, to honor the mother energy inside ourselves and show up for the mother as ourselves. And we can create that relationship with the earth. But just the relationship with the earth on its own isn't going to be enough unless you've inquired within and healed those timelines of being a mother, sadness about not being a mother, guilt around being a mother, shame around being a mother. It's all those emotions come up around the mother energy, and they have to be healed. So this Mother's Day, think about, you know, you can give outward, you can receive from your mother, but you have to honor the inner mother in you, the one who wants to nurture yourself, the self-love, the self-nurturing, to move forward now. And many of you know I speak light language, have many light language codes for free on YouTube. Soon I will be recording, I promise I'll be recording some light language codes that you can download with really good sound quality. And I'll be looking to create some online videos and courses to help you. And that's a facet of me doing my mothering to myself in a way that's more nurturing to me, to serve the collective, to serve myself. And that's me mothering myself, having a sabbatical from Facebook. That's a facet of nurturing and self-love to self, which is mothering self. So reflect on what I've said. Think about that. If you want me to work with you personally, I'm open to that. I work on Skype, and I also work in person with people if they feel that's appropriate. But we can work in lots of ways to heal this. You know, maybe make a list with yourself how you can nurture and heal the mother inside of you, those timelines where it's got fractured from. So much love for today, and blessings from Avalon, because the sun's just going to come out after so much rain. So much love for now, okay? And do subscribe if you've enjoyed this video and you enjoy my other videos, okay? Much love.